So, how many of y'all grown folk gonna run out to see the Lion King today without your kids? Now, when they first announced that the Lion King was coming out, I saw a lot of comments online, including me and my friends, was like, "Okay, we're going to see it. We're going as adults. We are not taking kids. Y'all got to stay home. This is really special to us. This is really important to us." And over the last several weeks, I've started to get a little less enthused about going to see it because there's a couple of reasons. I saw a preview, or like they showed a little snippet that was floating around. I guess that was their uh, publicity or their advertisement of the movie. And I saw a little snippet of it the other day, and I was looking at how the lions were moving their mouths and then the voiceovers, and I was like, "Ooh, I don't know if I want to see I don't know if I'm as excited to see this." And because I love the first version that came out in 1994, I was roughly around like 20 years old when it came around. I love that movie so much, okay, that I'm almost hesitant to go see this new one because I don't want this new one to ruin what I loved so much about the first one. And also another reason why I've just been like, okay, maybe this isn't what it's cracked up to be is because, listen, I understand, and please, Beehive or whatever, don't come for me. I understand that Beyonce plays Nala in the new movie, but I'm kind of turned off about the fact that the public is making it more about Beyonce than the fact that this is an ensemble cast. All right, she plays one lion, that's Nala, and it seems to me that it has turned into the Beyonce movie, and I don't know why. And, I've never been a fan, I gotta admit, I've never been a fan of Beyonce doing any kind of acting. I think she's a phenomenal singer. I think she's extremely talented in singing, but her acting, in my opinion, has always been subpar, and I have never enjoyed it, ever. If she's singing in the movie, fine, cool. But the minute she opens her mouth and you hear that drawl, that whatever that is that Beyonce has, I just get turned off by it. And so she tried really, really hard to not do that as Nala, but when I saw the commercials and when I saw like the previews, I'm like, "Oh no. Oh, please don't sound like Beyonce." I know that sounds silly, but I was like, please don't ruin this. And like I said, it's an ensemble cast, and maybe I'm just stuck in 1994 where I remember the Hyenas with Whoopi Goldberg and stuff like that, and I remember Rafiki. I just who has passed. All right. The man who played Rafiki has passed on. James Earl Jones, who I know is still living, he hasn't been a part of all of the press runs that I've been seeing happening and the pictures that they've done. And I'm like sitting here like, okay, where's James Earl Jones and why don't we see him? And I hope he is okay. I'm glad that he reprised the voice of Mufasa. But I'm a little worried because he's not doing the press runs that, he is an older man and maybe he just like, I ain't got time for all of that. I don't feel like doing all of that. But I have been a little worried that I haven't seen him around. And so I don't know. I'm not as excited to go see it. Like I said, me and my friends plan to see it later. I'm not as excited because like I said, I just don't want them to ruin what was so good and special to me with the first one. Okay, we had Jason Weaver, who did all the songs for Simba. You had Jonathan Taylor Thomas, who played Simba, and it was just something really special about that movie. It really was. All right. You had Madge Sinclair, who was Mufasa's wife. It was just all these beautiful moving parts in the first movie. And that kind of leads me to what I want to say now. I'm going to try to make it quick. I'm sick of remakes. I am just so tired of Hollywood remaking things that they really should just leave alone. I understand that we have a new generation and you want them to experience certain things and the nostalgia of yesteryear. Now you want them to be able to experience it. I'm just not crazy about all these remakes. You know, I've been on this whole, like, I'm sick of remakes for a minute. Okay. And I never really have enjoyed anything that's been remade. I remember when Child's Play came back out again. That's a movie I felt like they should have just left alone and they shouldn't have touched. You know, Nightmare on Elm Street came back out in 2010. They could have left it alone, honestly. You have Halloween, which broke my heart when they remade that, because I remember how scared I was for the first Halloween that came out. And when they remade, you know, Michael Myers ain't even scary to me. You know, Freddy Krueger, things that used to scare me back in the past, it's just funny to me now. And they like keep remaking all this stuff. Of course, you know, they remade Aladdin. Disney's really big on remaking certain movies. You have Beauty and the Beast live action. You know, of course, you know, they're doing The Little Mermaid and stuff like that. But it's just a few remakes that's coming up that I'm like, okay, please don't ruin my childhood. You know, I'm in my 40s. Please don't ruin it. I saw that The Little Shop of Horrors is going to be remade. Weird Science for you 80s babies, 70s babies, 80s babies. Gremlins is coming back. They're going to make a Gremlins 3. They're going to make Commando. Commando had Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. They're remaking that movie again. It's just so many different movies that's just like, leave them alone. My guess is that Hollywood is running out of ideas, and that's how they kind of get away with it. Like, okay, we don't have any new, fresh ideas. Let's just remake what's already out there, what we've already done before, because people are silly enough to go out and watch it. And here my silly ass is about to go and try to watch the Lion King live action or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I'm just tired of remakes. I really, really am. And I saw also an article, again, this is if you grew up in the 80s, they are bringing back Punky Brewster. Some of y'all might remember Punky Brewster. Why bring back Punky Brewster? These kids today don't even know who Punky Brewster is. So won't you just make a brand new character? Nobody's going to understand that. And the people of my age, we're not going to watch it. So I'm just stop with the remakes. Stop. Drake and Josh is supposed to come back. My son loved Drake and Josh. I used to love to watch Drake and Josh with him. Don't bring it back if you can't bring back all the original characters. If you can't bring them back as being grown-ups, don't bring it back. Now, they tried it with Full House, and I guess Full House found some success with the kids being now grown-ups. And that works if you show these people as grown-ups. It sometimes works. Like when they had Boy Meets World, Girl Meets World came back. It kind of works. But like just trying to remake an entire movie, sometimes it just is a big fail. And I'm going to try it. I'm going to check it out. Let me know if you guys are going to go check out the new Lion King. Like I said, I just want so bad for this movie to do well, simply because I love this. I loved the original Lion King, but I'm just worried that they're going to ruin it. The story supposedly is the same, but I just don't want to think of Nala or Beyonce as Nala. I don't know. It's just something about her voice. It just kind of like, I don't know if it's just me, but it's just something about Beyonce's voice and the fact that when I'm looking at Nala on the screen, I can't see Nala. I can't see this lion cub walking around with Simba. All I see is Beyonce, and I don't want that. And I understand why they did what they did, but I just want to I want Nala to be Nala. So anyway, I'm going to see it tonight. Let me know if you guys hate remakes as much as I do. Go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel, and we'll catch up after we've seen the movie. I will see you guys on the next video. Like I said, like and subscribe.